My name is Tommy Moran. I'm one of the executive producers here on InHouse, and I'm here this week to introduce John Kelly, who is a freelance writer we brought in to write this week's episode. When we decided to bring in a freelance writer, the whole team of writers here met with and read a number of writers, their sample scripts. We had picked out people that we knew. This was happening in the middle of the season, so we wanted people that we knew could do a good job. And I'd worked with John before, and John had some really good ideas for stories, and so he pitched a few stories to us. And David Shore picks which story he likes the best, and that's the one he worked out. He worked out an outline, and I helped him kind of with the outline, gave him some notes and suggestions on some improvements. He went off and wrote a script on his own and did a fantastic job, and I helped him rewriting and preparing that script for prep. And John was here on the set and kind of shepherding the script through prep and filming.
Your job as a freelancer, as any writer on a show, is to try and mimic the voice of the showrunner as close as you can get it. No one's perfect at it. And on my script, I was fortunate that we only did one pass on it with David Shore, but I learned a lot in the process. The way that David Shore does rewrites, and I learned a lot as someone that used to run a show, is that you sit in the room with him and he has a separate monitor, so that you're all looking at the script, and he'll go through it, and he'll hit on a line and say, yeah, this is okay. What about something better? And so in the process of the rewrite, you're actually rewriting it with him. You're still part of the process. Whereas on a lot of other shows, once you turn the script in, basically, you're out of it. And then the showrunner's going to do whatever he does to it. And so his level of respect that I felt as a writer working for him, I really appreciated it. When I had to come up with my pitches for House, obviously they've done 120 episodes. You want to try and find different environments and things that they have not, addressed yet on the show. And one of my concepts was setting, the medical case as a Renaissance reenactor who gets ill at a Renaissance festival. And I wrote this teaser, and while I was writing the teaser, I'm like, damn, this is expensive. I mean, this is going to be a really expensive show. And so when I came in for the production meetings to get ready to shoot, I was expecting to have a table of people screaming at me, going like, goats, do you want sheep, horses? And not only didn't they scream, but they're like, you know what, we need to add this in. And we need kids here as well. And so it was a completely kind of different experience for me as a writer, because I'm used to having to tone things down for production. And on House, they wanted to bring it up even higher than it was. This Renaissance Festival, they shot it in one day. And when they went out there, and I was out there at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we shot up in Corona, and if someone had bet me, I would have bet $10,000, there's no way in hell that they can shoot this in one day. And I would have staked my reputation on it and everything. And if we did do it in a day, it would be a 24-hour day. We'd pay all these penalties and overtime and stuff. And unbelievably, they shot it, and right to the second, when, before you go into overtime, our last shot was done. And it blew me away.